These are in listen-only mode.
So, good afternoon,
Hi,
everyone.
welcome to the webinar.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, please. Sorry.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. I, Sneha, on behalf of NEN and Wadhwani Foundation, would like to invite you all for this webinar and also introduce our expert, Mr. Aji Isaac. He is the CEO and founder of TechShu since 2009, a digital marketing evangelist, a true mentor, and an able Christian leader. He has a vision that has led him to becoming what he is today, a self-made man. He's a born leader and has led teams in various fields from the tender age of 17. While doing his master's at one of India's big premier business schools, he didn't wait for the final day of brands and placements, but rather chose to make his own career. He was willing to take risks and roll the dice with his own money and reputation online in support of an idea and enterprise. Many said he was crazy when he opted out of the campus placements to join a web startup. He started his first company in 2002 while studying in the B School and worked for many well-known Indian brands. Before I hand over the floor to Aji, here are a few reminders to the audience. You will all be on mute. You may ask questions by typing in the panel provided. Over to you, Aji.
Yep. Thanks, Neha. Uh, you know, thank you for this opportunity. I've been speaking at different places about digital marketing. As Neha said that, I entered into digital marketing a long time back, somewhere in 2003. During that time, digital marketing was not there in India, as in nobody was talking about digital marketing. And most of the people who are there on web, especially in India, it was most of the time it was related to outsourcing. So there was some work which is coming from US and you were doing that. But the whole web is so powerful. It's like creating a mammoth robot which can do 100 times more activity that you can do by just doing a small service company or anything. It's the reach that is available to you, and the power that it offers is unimaginable, and the amount of money that it can give you is also unimaginable. So look at Amazon, so look at Google's, look at Facebook's. All these people have made really big money out of it because the power that they have is really big. And especially what I'll be talking today is when you are a startup, you want to utilize this whole internet, you want to utilize the web for your own startup in such a way that it becomes very, very effective. There are multiple things that you can do on web, but how do you as a startup can invest your time into something which is much more profitable for you? So the right digital marketing mix is what I will be talking about. When somewhere in 2003, 2004, the whole digital marketing mix was confined to search engine and search engine optimization and search engine advertisement. So that's why most of the people are still stuck with SEO, but SEO is one of the aspect of digital marketing. So I'm going to guide you through that, and any questions that you have, you can actually put that question in between so that towards the end we can take up the questions. So what is a right digital marketing mix is, okay. So what's the right digital marketing mix? You have multiple channels which are available to you. Now, which channels you're going to use? Will you be using an advertisement channel? Will you be using SEO? Will you be using social media? Or will you be using an email marketing campaign? So it all depends on certain factors. And understanding those factors are the most important part of your webinar, most important part of your digital marketing mix. So there are companies which are amazingly successful by doing one or two things. I know a company which is spending close to 6 to 7 lakh rupees a month and earning close to 1 crore rupees a month. Their only marketing channel is advertisement. So they put advertisement on Google and they earn that kind of a money. The reason is their conversion ratios are very good. Their margins are very good. Now, on the other hand, if your margins are not very good, your conversion ratios are not good, you'll start losing money in the advertisement field. I worked for a company for my first 5 years. There, the only marketing channel was search engine optimization. Okay, and because of that, now I think last year they put something like a $9 to $10 million in profit. So the only marketing channel that they use is search engine optimization. I also know of another company which is a 2-3 member company. They do not even have a website. They generate all of their sales using the Facebook. Okay, and we have also done some marketing for people where their maximum sales is happening from Facebook advertisement or Facebook marketing. So now all these channels are available to you. How do you decide which channels you're going to use? At what time, what point in time you'll shift to another channel, or you'll start introducing a new channel? And when you're working for one channel, like when you're doing SEO, should you be ignoring social media, or should you be using social media along with that? Or what amount of social media you will be using it? So that's the overall digital marketing mix that I'm going to talk about today. So you get an idea, if you work with an agency, if you work with a company, how do they decide what is best for you? Okay, so now if you look at it, there are multiple things which are available to you as a marketing mix. On the number one and one of the most powerful things as a startup is your own website. Now most of the people, they have a very basic portfolio website. That is the worst thing to have as a startup. What is your advantage is that being a startup, you have a lot of knowledge. You are not as bureaucratic as a big company. You can add a lot of content with, even if there are few spelling mistakes here and there, it does not matter. What matters is that you're adding up the information on the website. So I can give you one of the example. If you look at taxmantra.com, this is run by Alok Patnaik. He is, he is uploading so much content about tax, finance management, that, people like us are benefiting. And not only that, he is also generating a lot of traffic from search engines and others. So your website is not just a mere portfolio website. It has to speak about your industry. It has to have more articles on your website. It has to have different type of experimentation done, like adding a Facebook widget, you're doing a small calculator on your page. So such type of experimentation can be supported on your website. That you will have to choose it nicely. If you have a technical guy in your team, you can experiment with that guy, or what you can do is you can get some company which actually understands such kind of a thing and make your website in such a way that it can become an asset, not just a portfolio or a liability to you. Okay, so your website is going to be a very, very crucial part in your marketing. The second option that is available to you is basically the paid advertisement. Now when people hear about paid advertisement, they say we don't have money to put paid advertisement. The paid advertisement is, you don't have to spend lakhs of rupees. You can spend your advertisement money on one keyword which you think is going to be profitable. Okay, let me share what we do with TechShu. We have put advertisement for keywords where we have a huge advantage. Like we are in Calcutta, and you won't find many big agencies in Calcutta or companies which are doing exceedingly well in Calcutta. So what we have done is we have advertised for most of the keywords, SEO Kolkata, PPC, anything where people are searching for our kind of a business in Calcutta, we are putting advertisement. Now that advertisement we are not putting all across India, because we know that our conversion ratio may not be that good, because some people prefer a local agency. So we are not putting advertisement there. So right now when we are putting 1 rupees on our advertisement, we are generating close to 10 rupees in revenue and 3 rupees in profit. So that's an equation I know as a businessman that, okay, this is what is helping me, or it is not helping. So we had around 6-7 campaigns. In 6-7 campaigns, 5-6 was not working. I mean, 6-7 campaigns, 4 to 5 was not working. 1 or 2 campaigns were working. So you only work on the campaign, and the maximum money that we spend on a month-to-month basis is sometimes 5,000 rupees, sometimes 40,000 rupees, depending on the amount of money that you invest in. So it's not a huge money, especially when the money is making you more money, it's good. So with paid advertisement, what you basically need to look at is that what is the conversion ratio you are going to enjoy. What is the overall revenue that you're going to earn by putting in more money, or 1 rupee. Okay, so then in the advertisement also you have multiple things which are available. You can advertise on the search engines, you can advertise on a content network. Now how will you decide that where should I advertise? So you should look at your product. If your product is a need-based product, that example is like a security system or like a TV, so where somebody is going to search for it when they need it. Okay, they're not going to take a decision because you showed them an advertisement. There is a decision making time for it. Like you will invest on a website when your company says that I need a website, so, and obviously it's a mix of both, But there are certain products like a TV. Even if you see an advertisement today, you're not going to buy a TV because you're getting a 20% discount. You will buy a TV because you have a requirement for a TV. But on the other hand, there are impulse kind of a product, or where you do not have a specific decision-making time, like a T-shirt company. So whenever you see an advertisement, you like the T-shirt, the money is good, so you can actually go ahead and buy that T-shirt. So you do not have a decision-making time. So for decision-making time kind of a product, you should advertise in search engines. Where there is no decision-making time, you can go into networks, like you have Google network advertisement, you have multiple other networks where you can use it. And also, if you look at it, the cost of search engine advertisement is generally higher than that of content network. So if I'm paying $1 per click in search engines, you can generally get it at a 0.25 cents in this content network. So that is a huge difference that you have. So you can obviously utilize your content network. And I can give multiple examples where search engine advertisement has not worked, but the content advertisement had worked. And there are certain examples where the content network ads does not work and your search engine advertisement is working well. So, that is what you need to decide there. And then, the third thing is about brand community. When you're creating it, what you can also do along the side is you can create a brand community around your product. Okay, so that is something which you don't want to do right now, but what you need to do is, if somebody is asking you a FAQ, or somebody is asking you a question again and again, or some customers are asking you, don't answer them in an email. Make it a practice that you are going to answer them on your website. So if you look at TechShu, we have done multiple FAQs. So whenever a customer is asking something, we just create a page on our website with that question and the answer. So that also helps us in creating a community, and we have community.techshu.com available. So all of our employees, or all of our team members, we are asking them to be a part of community.techshu.com. Whenever they have a query, they're going to ask there, and our team members are going to answer it. And this is a public forum, so many people are coming and joining in. So what is happening is, maybe in a span of 4 years, 5 years, 6 years span, you will have so much content on that particular area that in itself can become a brand community. Then obviously the brand reputation and management. What it means is, like when you're doing something, generally it does not happen much with startups. It generally happens with a bigger brand. If you're doing something which is not right, like some people are going to spread your word across different platforms saying that you have done something which is negative. Okay, and then that starts ranking in the search engines, that starts ranking in a ranking system or a ranking center. That hampers your business even if you're not aware of. It can happen that you're getting a big contract, the person is searching for your company, and suddenly they see a negative review about you, and then they're going to they're going to say something negative to you. And also you need to monitor the phone numbers of yours, that who all are using your phone number. You need to monitor your website URL. You need to monitor your email address. What you can use is, you can use Google Alerts. It's google.com/alerts, and you can put that, the things that you want to track, and it will automatically send you an email when somebody is mentioning about it. So what happens is, sometimes an employee goes out and says that, this place is a great place to work. You certainly want to know what they're talking about. If somewhere someone is covering you, you should know it. So this is an easy way to track it. And there's another website called socialmention.com. Socialmention.com. So you can actually type in, it's free. So you can basically type in the keywords that you want to track, and time to time you can look at it. Okay. There are multiple ways. I'm not going deep into it because my whole purpose is to help you understand the digital marketing mix. So then you have the social media. Obviously, the social media is one of the most misunderstood concepts. The social media means that there is a market available for you, where people are coming in a network, they are discussing about their friends, or they are going into LinkedIn where they're discussing about some professional topics, or they are on Twitter discussing about certain things that they love or they have a opinion about. So multiple reasons why they're on social media. Now those people are there. Now how do you target them, or how do you reach out to them with your message? And this is also about a day-to-day communication. This has never happened generally in the industry, that you never communicate with your customer on a day-to-day basis. When I'm saying customer, they're not your daily customer, they're your prospect customers, or they are the people who like you. So how are you going to communicate with them daily? And then you have many theories. People say that every day you should have one update, and every week you should have this many updates. But what are you going to communicate to them that they can consume every day? So you cannot put something which they cannot consume every day. So in social media engagement also, you need to see that what type of engagement you want, and people are there for information and entertainment, nothing else. So if your post is not an information, if your post is not an entertainment, you don't have to update it every day. You update when you have an information, you update when you have an entertainment. Let me tell you what social media means to you. So what happens is, when a person is visiting your website, or when a person comes to know you, they will either buy from you or they will not buy from you. If they buy from you, there is a higher chance that they will remember you. If they're not buying from you, there is very less chance that they will remember you, unless you are reaching out to them 4 to 5 times with certain messages. Now every time you need to reach out to them, you're going to spend some money, or you're going to spend some resources to reach out to them. Social media allows you to reduce that kind of a costing there. What you can do is, when people are coming to your website, you have a Facebook widget, or you have a Twitter or a LinkedIn. People are joining your group to get something, and after that you can send messages to them in such a way that people like it and people remember you. The time the person is going to like your comment, maybe 4 to 5 times, that time they are going to remember you for a longer period. And the social media is basically for a brand recall. And the second thing the social media is, those people are there. And in social media, you can target people by some demography, by some geography, which otherwise is not possible from any other ad network. Like, say for example, I want to target early moms. Okay, now in order to target early moms, it is so difficult for me to target that in a search engine or in any other network. So Facebook allows me to target the people. So what I can do is, I can say that anybody who is between 27 to 31 or something, females in this particular location, having this kind of an interest, there is a high probability that they are the people whom we want to target. And this is what we did for one of our customers. So they are into preschool education, and we targeted early moms, and because of that they had an amazing conversion, and that's there on our testimonial as well. By just spending $1,000 for 2 months, they got something close to $1,33,000, which is huge. Okay, so the media, if you are using it very properly, you can get a lot of benefit. And then if you actually look at Facebook advertisement, you should just run an advertisement for a $5 or $10, and you will understand the options which are available. You can target the people who are competitors to you, and people who have liked their page, you can target them. You can target, like say for example for TechShu, we can also target the people who are liking NASCOM Emerge, because they are startup kind of a company, or they are the people who want marketing help. So we can target them. So that's the social media which is available. And as a startup, you have a great option for affiliate marketing. Like, you don't want to spend upfront money. What you want to do is, you want to do some kind of a partnership. So like, we have done partnership with multiple companies. What we are saying is that you send us the client, we will take care of them in terms of proposals and everything. In case if they get converted, we will be paying you X percentage. So the percentage can vary from anything between 10 to 30%. And initially we give them more percentages so that they can refer more people. And once we are stable in terms of the sales and everything, and then we are saying that, okay, the next affiliates who are joining us, we will be giving them only as 5% or a 10% at the max. So affiliate marketing is about giving them commission on the sales. So you do not have upfront cost, you do not have a cost without you making money out of it. So you can go to some sections and see whether they are going to do affiliate. Like say for example, you are a website design company, you can partner with a lawyer, who a lot of startups are coming to them. What you can tell them is, if they require a website, you refer to me, and whatever money I earn, I am going to give you 20%. So it's an additional revenue for the lawyer, and the lawyer is going to refer people to you. You may get an extra stream of revenue, and extra stream of leads, for which you are not spending money up front, or you are not spending any money unless they are getting converted. So affiliate marketing is an amazing way of doing it. Okay, then you have search engine optimization, then you have offline sales, where you can support, like many of you are going to go for an enterprise level selling. So in that case, what happens is, your website acts as the second level sales guy. You are going to give some presentations, and after that, those people are going to come back to your website to see more. If your website is very well arranged in terms of information, in terms of catering to them, so then your conversion from the offline channels will also increase. So website is not only for the online sales, it also supports you from offline sales. And there are multiple things that I have not mentioned it. Okay, so like when you're making the digital marketing mix, you need to know that you have at least 14 to 15 channels which are available, and you also need to understand what's your business goal. Do you want pay X and get Y kind of a sales, or are you doing digital marketing for organic growth, or are you doing it for branding? As a startup, you generally don't do much for a branding, but some of the things that you can do very easily is, you can look at, let me show you some of the things that we have done. Like what we have done is we have created 2 Facebook pages. One is, the TechShu facebook.com/TechShu page, which is related to, our industry, and we are saying that and people can. This is primarily for our customers, and we don't post anything that we are doing in-house. But the other things that we have done is the TechShu career page. So what you can do is you can create a different career page, and this is something where whenever we run a contest in our office, whenever we are doing some kind of a fun activity, like this was a photo shoot that somebody did in our company. So this was when we played cricket. Okay, so we have put in those sections, and like what we have done is we have put different sections. Okay, so some people are putting in whatever they want to put in. Like we had a Guru Arjan ji ka celebration, which is somebody has arranged something. So then we had multiple things. Some people have gone for PPC training. So there is no restriction on TechShu.com career page. So that is helping us to create a brand value for ourselves in the industry, that this is a company, this is a great company to work for. And trust me, when you're starting up, you'll have 4 or 5 people, but when you're growing up, you want better people to feel that this is the company that I want to work for. And if you're not creating that kind of a buzz in the market, so such people will not come to you, and it is so difficult to get such kind of people. So you will have to work a lot. So you can use this to appreciate your team members, and so many things that you can do at this level. Okay, so these are things, like what you need to do is, even in the branding aspect, there can be small things, like when you are searching for your own company name, does your company name comes in the top searches or not? If it is not coming in the top searches, or some yellow pages are coming in for your brand name, then that is something which is bad for your brand. So for branding aspect, there are few smallish things that you can do. Make sure that your email is with your domain name, you've listed up your website properly and things like that. You can take care of it. But most of the time, the startups, they are using the website for sales, okay, or they are using the website for organic growth. For organic growth, all you need to do is change this philosophy or change this attitude in your company, that whenever there is a problem, a customer is asking it through an email, don't answer them directly, but put that on website and use the website to answer it. How it helps is that a customer is asking you one query, you don't have much time to answer it, you have answered it to a 50%. So if you're sending an email, every customer throughout their life is going to get 50% answer. But if you're putting that on website, the first time when you have answered it, you have answered to 50%. Next time you're using the same URL and editing that URL again and again. So after 3-4 iteration, what's going to happen is that whole website is going to become, or the whole FAQ is become very perfect. Okay, you'll have more screenshots there, you'll have more information there. That's going to help you a lot. So from organic growth perspective, all I'm going to say is add more and more content on your website which is for users. Don't add content for search engines or anybody, just add contents that is going to help your user. You have an opinion about something, go to the blog, create a blog on your website, just add the content on the blog. That is going to add a lot of value, and this is also reusable content. In a later stage, somebody is going to ask you how you started up. You can just send them a URL. Like in case of, say, for example, I can give you one example. One of the things which is also helping us in terms of sales is that why we have given the name TechShu. What does TechShu means? So what we have done is we have also added that as a page. I have added that as also as a page where if you go to TechShu's website, you will see that about us, what TechShu means, our stories so far. So what we do we keep editing it. As a startup, I have no worries about we making some small mistakes here and there. So we keep editing it. There will be many spelling mistakes that you can see here and there. But what happens is, more than that, the website is evolving in itself, and it is giving us sales also. It is helping us in multiple aspects of it. Okay. Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Um, yeah. So sorry. So like what you can do is, like, whatever we have in our company, even if you look at the payments, we have put in a payment section there so that people can actually just use that again and again. So in that way you can use a lot of aspects. So that is for your organic growth. Don't worry too much about it. And when it comes to pay X and get Y kind of a sales, what you need to do is you need to look at your strength. What areas are your strength? Is location your strength? Is a certain activity your strength? What is your strength? So based on the strength, you add those pages in. You put up proper information that it reflects that you are a different company altogether. And also, as a startup, you should understand that many people like startup for different reasons. We work with many brands. Okay, now those brands have not selected because we are a big company. They have selected because they want a passionate company to work for, not a very established company which has a process. They want a company which is going to think out of the box. They want to see a company which is going to take the risk for them. They want a company which can give them the attention. So you can mention your strong points on your website or on your pages and put advertisement for those sections. Like in our case, we are putting advertisement for SEO questionnaires. We are putting advertisement for SEO reports because we have created so many reports. And what we have done is we have a section which is TechShu.com/tools. We have mentioned all the tools we use in our company. So even if you go to TechShu.com/tools, you will be able to benefit a lot from these tools. These are the tools that we use in-house. If you want some documents that, how do we do keyword research, so what we have done is we have even made that public so that you can use it. And we are thinking completely out of box as in what we can do. So what we have done is we are also creating another website called digitalmarketinguniversity.com, where any company in the world can use that for sales. So it will not have any brand name, it will not have anything, it will only have customer education system which people can use. So what you can do is you can play with your strength. Whatever is your strength you can put in, because we were creating a lot of documents. So we said, why not we give those documents free for people. So we are putting up those sections on our website. And also currently if you search for SEO questionnaire, what we have done is like, okay, so if you search for SEO questionnaire, okay, we are ranking #1 for a domain that we purchased called SEO questionnaire, and we're right up there, which is giving us almost like a 30 to 40 leads on a monthly basis, which are all big agencies coming in, downloading those documents. So we can reuse them, we can appeal to them, and we are not pushing sales to them. We are just using them for our relationships. So similarly, we have done multiple other things which are helping us in terms of that. Even if you search for smaller things like SEO Kolkata, what we have done is put advertisement. Now we are also ranking for it because we have created a page for SEO Kolkata. And if you look at that, we have created a page for each of the sections in Kolkata. So we have SEO Kolkata, PPC Kolkata, and for most of the keywords we are ranking at #1. The reason is we are very strong in Calcutta, so we've used that. Okay. So if I go back to my presentation, the right mix depends on what is your strength. If your strength is content, you can go for SEO. If your strength is not content, don't go for SEO as of now. Just put as much things as possible, and from wherever you can get links. If you're going for a presentation, you're meeting somebody, if they have a website, just tell them that I'm going to, I can write something for you. Just write something for them and just get a link directly to the website. Okay, so that one link is going to improve your popularity in a longer perspective, and keep improving your popularity as much as possible. And if you have a little more money, if you want to spend a 15,000 rupees, what you can do is, if you're doing something which is very different from the world, you can do a press release. You can use Business Wire or PR News Wire. In India, both of them are working very nice. So you can actually do a press release with them, and it can reach out to many more websites like Bloomberg, Yahoo's. All those people can cover you. So you can do a little more research on what is the press release, online press release, web press releases, and you can find it out. So if you look at this, this is how basically the whole digital marketing mix, it depends on the phase of your business. If you are in the later stage, you will be looking at a different kind of a mix. In the startup stage, you are only going to look at affiliates. Affiliate is going to be a major part of your strategy. SEO for limited number of keywords, PPC for limited number of keywords, social media for sure because you have more time. So you will be using Twitter for yourself, you'll be using Twitter for some of your main representatives, and you'll be using Twitter for your company. And then on Facebook, obviously whatever new you are doing, you can just upload it there, and this will keep on engaging and keep on interacting and going better. And email marketing, the people who are getting connected with you, if they are giving the email addresses, you can send one email newsletter once in a month, and that email newsletter has to define really good standards. You can do a 5-hour, 6-hour extra research, and trust me, every company is struggling to have the startup kind of a CEO in their company, and that is the area where you have the strength. In any big company, a person is going to work for this particular a newsletter who is not as knowledgeable as you in most of the cases, who is going to be a little less knowledgeable or little less passionate than you. So you have an advantage to create something which is very, very unique. And I wanted to show you this slide, but I think I did not put it. So if you actually look at the digital marketing mix, this diagram that I have put in on this particular page, let me open it. Okay, so this mix diagram that we have put, this is what we use in-house to determine which marketing mix we should be using it. So this has, we divide our groups into three groups. Group 1 is basically people who have a need and looking for it. Group 2 is basically people who do not have a need, who have a need but they're not looking for it. So social media and everything comes into this picture where they do not have they have a need but they're not searching for it, so you are reaching out to them. Okay, so in that way you can actually look at this particular chart whenever you have a time, and I have explained it as much as possible so that more people can be benefited from how do we decide a digital marketing mix. Again, coming back to the presentation, okay, what you can do is, put a small strategy for 3 months, okay, pick the channels that you want to pick in, just go back to the digital marketing mix diagram, see what is going to work for you, and what we can also do in the coming days is take 1 or 2 startups and help you design your strategies easily, and we can make it public. Okay, so that others can also benefit that how we have decided the digital marketing strategies for it. Okay, and then you see how the channels are working for you and put a complete tracking for you, like use Google Analytics, put proper goals in Google Analytics so you know how many people are coming to websites, which sections are working for you, which goals are helping you in converting it, and all those sections. So like this is what we did for the startups. You can go through this presentation, and this presentation is there because I'm not going deep into it because each of this subject is going to take you maybe an hour or so to understand. So I just want to tell you that if you are a startup in SEO, these are the key takeaways. Start getting links from wherever you can. Okay, motivate your team members, even your clients, visitors, everybody to add content on your website. Okay, and also try to find out keywords which are out of the box keywords, not that if I am in the SEO industry does not mean that I'll have to be #1 for SEO. I can be #1 for SEO questionnaire, or I can be #1 for SEO reports, or something which is internal, a deep keyword which is going to give me more business than just any average kind of a keyword. So you can actually look for such kind of search queries and you can understand. Okay, so these are 3 takeaways from the SEO perspective. From the affiliate marketing perspective, these are the 3 takeaways that affiliate marketing should be do it in such a way that till you are not established, you should be using affiliate marketing. Okay, affiliate marketing can also bring you some links which is going to help you in the SEO perspective, and every visitor who is coming to you can become a salesman for you. Like on our Facebook page, the refer page that we have, every person who is coming in is getting a chance that whenever there is a marketing requirement in their company, they can refer their company to us, and we will be paying them a small amount. Okay, so in the startup section, you will be paying very high commissions. Like if you are earning 100 rupees, you will almost give 75 rupees to your affiliates so that you can motivate your affiliates to earn more money, So when I'm saying 100 rupees, 100 rupees in profit, you will only be getting 25% profit. But what is happening is that is helping you to sustain, that is helping you to make more relationship, that is helping you to make more portfolios, helping you to work and understand and improve your product and services. Okay, and you can also give private label services. Like we work for many big companies where we are working for them, but they are using their brand to sell our services. Okay, so private label services we can do in as and when you're growing, you can have multiple sections. So from advertisement perspective, the three takeaways is don't go, always go for search ads. Sometimes you can, go for the content ads, and also put very limited kind of advertisement for your local area. You should make sure that wherever your strength is, you should play. Like Calcutta may not be your strong point. Maybe you are in a certain location in the Calcutta, say sector 5. So you can put an advertisement for SEO in sector 5. Maybe some people who are searching for that, maybe 2 people in a month, but both the people will convert because you have a strong point. You're better than everybody else in that particular locality. Or you're doing a very specific things like say a link audit, or you're doing something which is say personal tax for employees, so such kind of things you can put it. Don't put financial planning, because as a startup you will have to go through a bigger sales channel to convert for something like that. Okay, and explore beyond Google AdWords. There are multiple things which are available. Okay, and then I'm talking about social media. Do have your presence. You can use one of the website called knowem.com, KNOWEM.com, and you can see that which all pages are available with your brand name. You can book that and put the basic things, put the basic design and everything, and whenever people are connecting with you, motivate them to go back to the Facebook, connect with you in that way, and people use it as a bookmarking. Understand yourself. You should spend some time on the digital marketing to understand what's happening. Digital marketing is going to be one of the weapons that is going to help you in your startup phase, and ROI is very, very, very good from social media if you're using it properly. Okay, so we did analysis for many of the brands, how it is helping them and things like that, and for startups also it is very, very nice. Okay, so I put in that where you should focus on. Okay, and then brand reputation, and this is the thing that we have put in, like group 1, group 2, group 3. What is helping? Where is your email marketing coming into picture? Where is your social media coming into picture? Where is the SEO coming into picture? So your number of customers, either they will be in group 1 or they will be in group 2, or they will group 3 you don't target. Group 3 are people who are there as silent listers, but group 1 or group 2 you are going to target. Say for a t-shirt company, 80% of the people are in group 2. So social media automatically comes into the picture, email marketing automatically comes into the picture. For a data security company, or for a very enterprise level company, group 1 is what is going to work. Okay, because people have a need and they're going to look. So 75% of the time it's group 1. So SEO and PPC is going to be a major part for you, and also getting listed into major directories is going to be a part of it. And that's how you can decide different mix. I can take examples after examples to show you that how easy it is to come up with a digital marketing mix if you're thinking very logically. You can use this chart again and again to understand it, and use our website, so that because there is more information available there. And wherever you have queries, ask us and we'll be able to help you there. Okay, and like use analytics, check it out. And one of the things that we motivate in our company is that every team member who is joining our company, whether they are a intern, we have interns from IIMs, we have interns from Indian School of Economics. So what we do is, okay, right now I don't remember which page is it. So what we have done is, we have forced them almost to create a website of their own. This is not updated though. There are many more people, like we make them to use a website, so they have their own blog. The first year we pay for everything in terms of their blogging. We create a blog for them and we motivate them. So when they start using their blog for some of their, interest things, then they start understanding web, then they start helping you, then they start spreading your word. So in that way, that is going to help. So you motivate the people who want to be on web, and there is always a risk, but as a startup you can take more risk. That's why you are a startup, right? So that's where it is. I mean, the time is very short to go too deep into it. I've not gone too deep into it. If you have queries, I'll be more than happy to help you with. Thank you. Sneha?
Yes, hello Aji. We'll start with the Q&A now. Our
Yeah.
first question is from Puneet. He says,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any particular software to manage this community or knowledge base which we can easily install on a subdomain?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you can use, I have checked many of the applications, but nothing has worked for us. I will suggest that go for Ning, Ning.com. Okay, so Ning has this SaaS-based application where if you are spending a $25 a month, you will get everything that you require to run a community, which is right now the only thing that is available in a in a great perspective. But if you are a programmer, if you want to put it, you can use BuddyPress, you can use Dolphin, you can use many of the applications, but the problem is you'll have to maintain a lot of things. So I will suggest starting up, go for Ning, run it for maybe a 6 months, 7 months or 1 year and see how it is working for you. Yeah.
Our next question is
Yeah.
from Tejasvi. He says, what considerations to keep when linking partner blogs sites in my website?
Just look at their business model. If you think their business models are right, okay, and if you think that they are going to add value to the users, link it. Okay, do not worry about anything else. See, being from the SEO industry, I have always spoken about the best SEO is no SEO. When you start thinking logically, that is the best SEO. So if you're linking to somebody and if you feel that their website is business model wise it's very good, knowledge wise it's very good, so you can link to them. If you're not very comfortable with it, don't link to them or do not even get links from them. So because even getting links is now being penalized by Google if the links are bad. So think logically, think business model wise. Don't think about PR, don't think about caches, this, that, because all those things are going to take away a lot of time. Even after that, it will not give you the right results.
Our next question is from Naushad. He says, we are an information portal for travel and adventure sports in India. How would you suggest digital strategy in brief for information portal?
Right. So see, information wise, there are few things which will always stand out in the on the web. One is if you can replace Wikipedia for information, or like you become the IMDb of movies in terms of information and everything. Second is if information is plenty right now. There is no dearth of information. So if you are an information provider, then you have started a little late. What you need to do is consolidate the information in such a way that people can use that information, because right now the whole game is about consolidating the information and giving you the information in a way that you want it. Like if you search for capital India, now Google is not giving you a website where you can go and check what is the capital of India. They're just directly saying Delhi. Okay, so that basically you're getting all that information and clubbing it. So what I will suggest to you is that use that information, or even if you're writing the content, put it in such a way that people can actually use it. Give them an Excel sheet that when they're traveling, so this is the checklist that you can use. Okay, when you're doing a travel insurance, this is the checklist that you can use. So spend 10 hours to create one Excel sheet which people can use, rather than spending 10 hours to create 10 different articles which are all cluttered and random. So that's my suggestion, and once you do that, you will see that you are adding a very, very important, very, very useful information on web which people will appreciate and people will start doing business with you.
Thank you, Aji. Our next question is from Hardik. He asks, how long does it take to build a self-reliant community of users online who take lead and help other users?
Okay. See, my first 5 years I worked on communities in US, which is financial communities. So with communities, what happens is communities, I always say that flies are attracting flies, not honey. So when more people are there in that community, more people will come and become a part of that community. So what you need to do is, initially when you're starting up the community, don't expect that within a month or two it is going to start giving you some kind of a participation. What will happen is initially you will have to ask the question, you will have to answer the question, you will have to have your friends coming in and doing it. So it will depend on whether you already have a community where people are using it. If you do not have a community there in that particular industry, I'll say it is going to take you anywhere between 1 to 3 years to establish very strong community around it. But if you look from the investment perspective, you are not doing much of an investment. You are doing what you are doing daily, but instead of using an email system, you are using community to communicate. So that's the difference. And also, when you have a website and when you have email, you're dependent on yourself and 1 or 2 people in your team. When you're making a community, everybody and anybody is coming and contributing. So like in SEO Moz, they have 2 blogs. One blog is for their employees and team members to write. Second is for the community to write, where the community is writing a blog post. If that is good, they will publish it. So in that way, you are using the crowd to help you. So the crowdsourcing and coming into the picture when it comes to the community. So your investment is not huge. Only you are just having one more channel which you can push in to get more value out of it.
Our next question is from Puneet. He says, apart from FB and Twitter, do you suggest any other social media channel for a health or wellness startup?
Right. So see, if you are targeting some partners, some high-end sales, I will suggest you to go for LinkedIn, because when we are not using LinkedIn to get customers, we are using LinkedIn to get partners. Because one-on-one partners using LinkedIn, a one-on-one customer using LinkedIn is not something which is great for us. But what we do is, if we are getting one partner who can give us 10-15 customers, we want to spend that kind of a time on LinkedIn. Okay, so if you are a health related website, so I will suggest that you can start. Obviously you'll be using Twitter to follow the influencers in your industry. You'll be using Facebook to target the masses, and then you can use LinkedIn for targeting the corporate or the enterprise level of sales and engagement. Okay, then along with that, if you have some images and things that you want to promote, you can actually put that on Pinterest. And obviously there are, like every industry, you have niche communities, you have niche forums, you have niche social medias. There is a community of doctors, which is like complete social media for doctors. I don't remember the name of it, but then you can also go and target them. You can ask one of their doctors to share about you on their website, and similarly you can find many other niche social networks within it. Like in case of our industry, we have something called Social Media Examiner, where we have almost like a 30,000 people who are there. We have SEO communities, digital marketing communities, where we can go and become a part of it. So I will say that in social media, look at Facebook for engaging with mass, Twitter for influencers, LinkedIn for corporate and enterprise level sales, then Pinterest and YouTube if you want to use the power of video in such a way that you want to help them in terms of information, and Pinterest if you have images, and then you go for the niche kind of communities to utilize that niche communities which are existing.
All right. Our next question is from Chaco. He says, we are setting up an alumni database for college. What is your opinion on what our digital marketing focus should be?
So you're putting up a alumni database for your college. So what should be, see, if you look at Stanford for that matter, okay, Stanford or Harvard, so what happens is any person who's entering into your college, they are going to give you a website. Okay, and that website, there, in Stanford and all, you're given a folder on your website like stanford.edu/ then a tilde and then your name. Okay, so that is your website, that's your identity. So whatever research paper you do, whatever activities you're going to do, you will be uploading that. So one of the things that I'll tell you about the alumni is alumni are doing a lot of things. One thing that you need to do is have a community around the alumni, use Ning or something, and ask your alumni to share the activities that they are doing. So in that way, what's going to happen is the new people who are coming to your college, the present batch, they will be able to engage with the alumni on a better way. And also, the interface between the corporate and the current batch can be bridged using the alumni. Okay, and also with the whole focus about the alumni, what you can do is you can also create a Twitter or a LinkedIn or a Facebook kind of a app integration. What like any alumni, whenever they are updating something in public, can be syndicated and can be shown at one single place. So that can become a place that your alumni is coming again and again to see that what people are doing. And also you should create a directory within that whole community that I am from digital marketing, I want to see the other alumni who are in digital marketing so that I can engage with them and I can talk to them. Or if I want to enter into another industry and I want to get help from the alumni, so what is the how can I know that who is there in that industry? So I can use that as a section. So multiple things. I will say that you use website in such a way that all these features can be added to it, which will become a big marketing channel for you.
Our next question is from Hardik. He says, which channel do you prefer, Facebook ads versus Google ads?
No, both are great. As I said, if my target group is in group 1, which is people who have a need and they're searching for it, like for a TV, I will use the group 1 if I'm looking at sales. I mean, I will use Google ads for sales. If I'm looking at branding, I will not be using Google ads at all. Because of branding, what is more important is that I'm putting up an image which people can see or I can engage with them. So I will be using the Facebook ads. For a t-shirt company, I'll obviously use a Facebook ad because the interrupt marketing is going to work better. If you have a product which people are not even aware of, so they will not search for it. Okay, something like we are working for a company called Stand Scan. What they do is they put up a mobile phone on top of a scan, on top of a small device, and using your mobile phone as a scanner. So their website is standscan.com. So such kind of a product nobody is searching for. So if you put advertisement in Google, less people are going to actually search for it. So your sales will be less. But on the Facebook advertisement, you can interrupt the people who have smartphones, and then they can buy this as an accessories which will help them.
Our next question is
and one more thing. Yeah, and one more thing that I want to add in that was if your target segment is US. In US, UK, the costing of Facebook is more or less similar to the costing of Google ads, whereas in India, the costing of Facebook ad is much cheaper than that of Google ads. Like in India, our costing is coming to be per click, sometimes of 4 to 5 rupees, even lesser than that in Facebook. And in Google, we generally have to pay something like a 10 to 15 rupees per click. So that's the difference. We are talking about almost like a 2 times or 3 times of that. So if your Facebook ads is working, you have more money to get more people. Yeah.
Our next question is, when designing a digital campaign, how do I find right balance in offering incentives by not overspending?
Like when you're saying a campaign, so they see the campaign has multiple reasons why somebody is going to join the campaign. So if the campaign is all about incentives, so the bigger incentive that you have, more people are going to come and participate. And that again, when you look at incentive is not about money. Okay, incentive is about the value that people are going to see. Like say in our company, if I say that the best performer is going to get 500 rupees, nobody is going to value much. Okay, so that 500 rupees they spend during a coffee hour. But what is that with that 500 rupees, if I am buying something very special for them, okay, that is what the value is going to be. Like we ran a campaign where we said we'll be giving you 10 liters petrol free. Okay, so that 10 liters petrol, when the price, petrol prices were going up, that 10 liter petrol, they always looked at what they can do with a 10 liter petrol. They never looked at it saying that, okay, 10 liter petrol means maybe a 60 rupees into 10 is a 600 rupees. They're not worried about that 600. They're looking at 10, the 10 liters of petrol by which they can travel maybe a 3 days or a 4 days. So they're saying 3 days, 4 days I can travel. So that's the change that you can do in terms of incentives. And also when you're designing a campaign, go beyond incentives. Like in campaign, what we have done is we have done one of the campaign where you can see the cars that are owned by your friends, okay, or the mistakes that your friends are making while purchasing. So such kind of incentives can be added on top of the monetary incentives. And when you're doing a campaign, try to utilize the social power that friends versus, the friends information is what is very powerful. So you can utilize that.
Our next question is from Atul. He says that he is a student and he plans to start a guitar classes for youth around his area. So what all should he start, because he's starting at home level, to bring the customers to him?
Yeah. For you, the best is YouTube's. So what you should be doing is whenever you are teaching something, or whenever you are coming up with something new, what you do is you create that as a like a class and put that on YouTube. Okay, and also what you need to remember is that people are not going to come from a different locality and learn from you, so you'll have to have a radius of maybe a 25 or a 30 kilometers, not more than that. So what you can do is, maybe if you have money, you can put some money into putting an advertisement for people in your locality, which is a 25 kilometers area from where you are located, in Facebook advertisement. And then you can bring in an initial crowd of maybe a 30 or a 40, maybe 100 or 200 people to your Facebook page, so that they can keep spreading your word whatever you are doing. And then you obviously use the YouTube to put more and more videos on the website and more videos on the YouTube, so that people will understand that you are an expert. Okay, and also what you should do is, you should, whenever people are asking some queries, you put that on your website, put a video along with that, put some description that don't make such kind of mistake, this is how you can learn, and use your website to keep adding the information which is going to take you to a very next level if you're looking at sales. And if you're looking at making a brand for yourself, you should start using the Twitter, and you should follow the people who are very good, okay, in your industry, the influencers in your industry, and like follow them, whatever they are speaking, retweet them, talk about them. And sometimes when you're writing something about Twitter and something writing about guitar and others, maybe someday they will also retweet you, someday they will get connected with you and things like that. And see the gap in your industry. If you find some gaps that people are not writing an email newsletter with description about what's new in the guitar industry, what new guitars have come in, so that also you can put it onto the Facebook, which people will like and spread.
Right. Last two questions for the day. First is by Puneet. He says, when we do a PPC, how much budget should we actually burn, or how many clicks should we actually get before concluding that this campaign is working or not working?
Okay, so this is a very, very good question. So what we do is, we don't go beyond 500 rupees when we are starting off a campaign in India per day. Okay, so 500 rupees, you will be able to generate with that rupees 10 as a click, you will be able to generate a 50 clicks. Okay, so what you can do is, you can put, see, statistically anything which is more than 30 is a good sample to look at. So if you are getting more than 30 to 40 clicks, that is a good reason to find out that what is happening with those people. Are they going to convert, or are they going to show some interest? So you can look at Google Analytics and see how people are reacting to your website. So basically what we do is, first of all, let me show you how we do it. Okay, so maybe that will be beneficial to you. Okay, so like, say for example, so this is, yeah. Now, if you look at this is how we do it in our company. So what we do is, this first level is basically where we are saying that, okay, this is my average selling point, this is my profitability margin, this is the budget, so based on these many clicks, how many I am expecting to sign up, okay, how many conversions I'm going to get, and after that I'm looking at saying that, okay, if I'm spending 1 rupees, what revenue I can expect, Okay, what profit I can expect. If I see that some of the areas are anyway not going to give me profit, so I should not run it. Some of the areas are going to give me better profit, so I should be able to run it. So this is how you can actually put an Excel sheet, something like this, and use it. And once you have spent more than 30 clicks or 40 clicks, you'll start getting an idea that why it is not working and why it is working. So you can change, you can experiment with, always you can experiment with smaller budgets.
Our last question for the day is, for a company manufacturing handcrafted lifestyle products that has target market in US and Canada, what is the best way to reach the international audience?
Yeah. See, one of the thing is you don't want to do a retail kind of a stuff, because if you're doing a retail kind of a stuff, then you'll have to, spend a lot of money to put the brand. So what ideally you should be doing is you should be using LinkedIn, where you're trying to find out the the big vendors who will like to use your product and you who can resell your product. Second is you should be putting up advertisement all across the world, especially from the people where if people are searching from US, handcraft manufacturers or handcraft artists. If they are searching for something like this, you can put an advertisement for that, because the total number of clicks you will be getting in a month is going to be less than 100. If I'm right, okay. So 100 is like, even if you're spending a $2, you're only talking about a $300 or $400 at the max in a month. But because of that, you might be able to generate a 5 to 6 such kind of a partnership, which is going to change the whole equation in your business. So that's the strategy that I will tell you. And also, like Facebook, you should have a presence. Website should have a very strong appeal that you are a really good player, because some people are going to come to your website directly, and the website should sell for you, because they will not give you a chance to explain. The website should impress them to give you a call or give you an email saying that please explain more to me. And if you have a Facebook, those people who are visiting you, some people are not going to take a decision now, they're going to take a decision after a few weeks. So those people can get connected with Facebook, those people can get connected with an email newsletter, those people can get connected with you on any of the other social networks. So that is going to increase your chances of sales in a longer run perspective.
Alright, that was the last question for the day, Aji. Thank you so much for that interesting session. Thank you to all our attendees for participating in the webinar. Please do send in your feedback and suggestions at eclub@nenglobal.org, and if you found the session interesting, feel free to blog or post about it. The recorded version will be available by the end of this week. NEN Entrepreneur Support is conducting one-day workshop for entrepreneurs in Delhi on raising funds on July 13, that's coming Saturday. The details are up on nenonline.tv. Also, NEN, join us for our next webinar on Twitter marketing, how to do it right, by Pradeep Chopra, CEO of Digital Vidya, on July 17th at 3 p.m. Thank you so much and have a nice evening.
Thank you.